Hello, welcome back to the Couple Binder Space. I am Lucy Peace Nantume, here with my husband, Ronald Kazibwe. We are the Couple Binders. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, everyone.
January is almost done.
I think that's when we stop saying Happy New Year. When do we ever stop saying Happy New Year?
When we get the January salary. Anyway, we are here, we are back, and today we are going to share about an aspect that is crucial to marriage but rarely talked about. Now, this is one of the hacks for our marriage. In fact, my husband mentioned it in his speech at our wedding. Husband, do you want to take it from here? Give them the hack.
Today our topic is on friendship in marriage. We want to have a discussion, have a deep dive into what it means to be friends in marriage, and generally friendship, the importance of friendship in a relationship anyway. But we shall focus today on only marriage and why friendship is important. There is a podcast that was made by Simon and Trevor Noah. You can look it up. In this podcast, they were talking about how the world has got an industry about everything almost. How to be better leaders, how to be better at even in a relationship, even in love, how to be good Christians, how to cook well. But one thing that is rarely talked about and celebrated is friendship. It's something.
How to be friends.
Yes, how to be friends, how to make friends, and how to maintain friends. And now for us today, friendship in marriage
is what we are talking about. So one of the hacks of our marriage is we are friends. First, to take you back a little, we met at the university. We were first friends, friend, not deep friends. But as we started working towards marriage, we started growing in our friendship also. And over the years, we've become friends that I'll tell you, my husband is my best friend. My best friend. Am I your best friend? I don't know his side, but for me, he is my best friend. He is that first. When something happens to me, I just want to tell him first. When something is, whether good or bad, when I see a joke, I share it with him. When whatever is happening, I just feel I want to tell him. And this is not just because he's my husband, but because he is my friend.
And friendship, why friendship is important is that when everything else goes away, when everything, because like we've already said, love is an emotion. It's both action, and it's a it's a verb, and it's a noun. But love goes away eventually.
The feeling, it comes back. Not the real love doesn't go out.
Love.
The feeling of love.
That's why I said it is a verb. It's a doing that I choose to love. But the noun, abstract, feeling, can't be touched. It goes away
sometimes,
and it comes back.
Because
that's how it is. And it will go in any relationship, and it does that in every relationship. But one of the things, the hack to keeping that is friendship. When all the other things have gone out, you are still friends. There are so many couples that are struggling in that area that when you remove away the children, when you remove away discussing business,
they have no conversation. They are not friends
at all. They have done everything well, but they are not friends at all. And at the end of the day, that is what is supposed to matter. Being friends with a person. That even when you're angry and you're annoyed with each other, because you are friends, you come back to that same place and say, how do we resolve this? My friend, how do we handle this?
So how do couples become friends? Because it seems some people have a demarcation that you can't be friends with your spouse. Like you need another group of friends And then your spouse is also in another category?
No, I think at the end of the day, it's not that because I'm friends with you, I shouldn't have other friends.
Yeah.
I think that is sometimes we ring fence and we want that my spouse shouldn't have other friends. So we treat that we treat that relationship in such a way that I will, when someone goes and has a group of friends to vent, then you feel bad. You think they are they are moved away, and it is. I think the relationship is that I should be friends with my spouse, and we are able to talk about these things. But I should have the freedom to also have.
You also have your other
friends where I go, I can vent, I can do these things, and then I come back to this place. But the hacks, one of the things is you should aspire to do things together without imposing. You know, sometimes you impose on a person, but do things together without imposing. They used to say that back in the day, that in those marriages, which is still happening a lot in the Indian community, where the parents were identifying a spouse for one. It
happened a lot in our society in Africa.
And do you know one of the things that kept those people going is because they have found someone for you, so you try to pursue that person in marriage. You understand them. In Uganda, what they are talking, we used to have a slang, vibing. You vibe them.
Yeah, that's not Luganda.
No, I'm saying I was going to say Luganda, then I remember we had a slang that we used to use back in the days, called vibing. But in Uganda,
it's still there now.
Okwana.
Okukwana.
Okwana omuntu. You try your best to win this person's affection.
Yes.
To win this person's love. So you do so many good things. You pursue them.
Yeah.
Now, in that process of pursuing them, they kept growing closer, and eventually became so close, and they became friends.
Yeah.
And you know, because they didn't know where to stop, so it continued, because you didn't know how long should I pursue this person. Yet when you, sometimes for people, when they meet out, go for coffee, pursue each other, then when you get married, they're like, oh, we've arrived.
Yeah, so they stop. You stop kukwanaring.
But if we worked on that, the interesting thing is that we were all born with a DNA to aspire to be friends.
Okay.
But what happens is that along the way it dies because the world doesn't celebrate friendship. In fact, the world doesn't celebrate friendship at all.
Can you ask for a day off? Simon, in that video Ronnie is talking about, one of the things that came up is you can ask for a day off when you're sick. You can ask for a day off when... Can you ask for a day off and say, today I had an important arrangement with my friend which I can't cancel? They will fire you. It's not ingrained that friendship is important and celebrated.
And we bring that same thinking in this marriage space. And we don't celebrate friendship. It is very important, and it has a profound impact.
So, honey, you've talked, because people know, we've told them it's important to be friends. Now, how to be friends is the question.
Because the world has not taught us how to be friends.
How to be friends. You've talked about the kwanaring, the pursuing, doing things together.
Yeah, the intentionality.
Because do you see how you are friends with your girlfriends or your boyfriends, if you're a man? The things you do with them, that's what also goes into friendship.
Having hearty conversations.
Yes.
Where I can come and I say, I'm smiling with Lisbeth, I'm like, everything seems okay, but how are you? Anything I can do to help.
So we have this thing where normally we ask each other, how are you? But then the how are you, I'm fine. Then we are, how are you really? Like deep, away from what we are seeing.
Yes, and usually when we're having those conversations, usually it should be in a space where I'll listen, but I will not judge.
We listen, we don't judge.
Yes, and that builds that friendship, that I feel I can come to you and be vulnerable
Yeah.
The way I am vulnerable to all my friends, and we talk, and we are fine.
Yes.
And I think that has not been celebrated in marriage.
Yeah.
And if it's, I get it is a hack that can really work on marriage. You can do all these beautiful things. You can submit. You can do. You know, many times people fight. People do terrible things to each other, which they cannot do to their
friends. Mm-hmm.
And yet they do them to their spouse.
Spouses.
So if you really pursue and you're trying to make your spouse your friend, you will avoid so many challenges in marriage.
Yeah. Okay, so doing things together, working on that friendship, but also when you're friends with people, you know that they are humans. So you are able to know that they will do wrong things.
Yeah.
But you see how sometimes you find it easy to reconcile with your friends? Your marriage should get to that level where reconciliation should also come easy because this is your friend. You don't want to spend a long time in a phase of I'm annoyed at you. Because they are your friend, you won't tell them the conversation is happening to you. You just find that you have to resolve whatever is coming up so that the friendship can continue. So the things you do with your other friends, the males and the females, are the same things to do to build your friendship in your marriage. And so long as we are alive, it's never late to start. So you can start building your friendship in your marriage by doing things together, forgiving easily.
And it starts with a choice of I want to be friends with this person.
Yes.
Just like you move in a workplace, in a neighborhood, and you say, I want to be friends with this person.
Yeah.
I like that person. There's something about them.
That I like.
So that is what you should go out and do.
Yeah. So add on your resolutions for this year. Kukwana, your spouse. Make them your friends so that you do life together happily when you are friends. Wishing you the best. Catch you again in another conversation.
Yeah.
Say bye.